Now, listen to me, because this is about your money, your security, and your freedom. You have worked far too hard and far too long to let a single penny slip through your fingers because you didn't understand the fine print of a smartphone app. Today, we are talking about EarnIn. You've seen the ads, right? Access your pay before payday. No interest. It sounds like a dream for someone on a fixed income or someone transitioning into retirement who needs a little bridge between checks. But is it a dream or is it a debt trap in disguise? We're going to strip away the marketing fluff and get to the truth about the fees and interest charges, or lack thereof, because what you don't know will hurt you. The problem here is simple. Life doesn't wait for your pension or your Social Security check to arrive. The car breaks down on a Tuesday, but the money doesn't hit your account until Friday. That gap creates a fear. It's a pit in your stomach. You're afraid of the overdraft fee from your bank, those $35 hits that feel like a punch to the gut, and you're even more afraid of those predatory payday lenders that charge 400% interest. So, you look at EarnIn and you see 0% interest. You think, Susie, this is the answer. It's free money. Stop right there. Is it interest-free? Technically, yes. EarnIn is not a traditional lender. They provide what is called earned wage access. They're giving you money you have already earned but hasn't been deposited yet. Because it's not technically a loan in the eyes of some current laws, they don't charge you a 29% APR like a credit card might. But, and this is a but big enough to drive a motorhome through, just because there is no interest doesn't mean there is no cost. You have to ask yourself, how does a company like this stay in business if they aren't charging you? They aren't a charity. They're a multi-billion-dollar business. They make their money through two primary ways, tips and lightning speed fees. Let's talk about those tips. EarnIn will tell you that tipping is completely voluntary. They say, tip what you think is fair. They might suggest $1, $5, or even $14. Now, if you are a generous soul, which I know many of you are, you might think, well, they helped me out. Let me give them $5 on a $100 advance. Do you have any idea what that actually is? If you tip $5 to get $100 for just 7 days until your check comes in, that is the equivalent of an annual percentage rate of over 260%. You would never, ever agree to a credit card with a 260% interest rate, so why are you tipping your way into poverty? It is a psychological trick. They make you feel like a good person for tipping, but they are taking a piece of your future security to do it. Then there are the lightning speed fees. If you want your money today, right now, because the plumber is standing in your kitchen, you have to pay a fee to get it instantly. If you don't pay, you might wait 1 to 3 business days. But when you're in a panic, you pay the fee. Again, it's a small amount, maybe a few dollars, but if you do this every time you use the app, those small amounts add up to hundreds of dollars a year. That is money that should be in your high-yield savings account, not in the pocket of a tech company in Silicon Valley. Here is the actionable takeaway, and I want you to write this down. If you must use EarnIn, you must be a warrior for your own wealth. You use it as a last resort, and you use it for free. You do not tip. I am telling you right now, give yourself permission not to tip. If the service is voluntary, keep your money. Second, you plan ahead. If you know you're going to be short, request the transfer early so you don't have to pay for the lightning speed option. But the real goal, the Susie Orman goal, is to get to a point where you never need an app to advance your own money. You need an emergency fund. Even if it's just $500 or $1,000, that is your get-out-of-debt-free card. Every time you use an app like EarnIn, you are borrowing from your future self. You are saying that future me can afford to have a smaller paycheck next week. But future you has bills too. So, are there mandatory fees? No. But there are very clever voluntary ones that are designed to catch you when you are tired, stressed, and not doing the math. Don't be a victim of your own lack of planning. Understand the game, play it only if you have to, and play it to win. Because you are worth more than a tip to a smartphone app. You are a person who deserves a retirement built on a solid foundation, not one held together by payday advances. Stand tall, stay strong, and keep your money where it belongs, with you.